Hello YouTube, and welcome to the unboxing video of the 8,000 gallon per hour advanced filter from Elelife. It's a rotary drum filter, the largest capacity or flow rate that's available through Elelife, and it's one of the newer ones. I've only seen it probably in the last few months that it became available. And as you can see, the box is not the most best box that I've seen. It's quite beat up and fresh. There's holes in it. There's a hole in it. But surprisingly, the unit is intact, and so the box did what it was supposed to do. It's definitely larger than the 4,000 gallon per hour one that I have that I'm currently using. And so hopefully this will be a decent size that will allow more flow rate and the ability to have more coin in my pond. So let's check it out. Let's see how it's been. It's completely beat up. I really wish they would package these better. I'm really surprised that they wouldn't put it back. The damage is pretty much on the exterior and everything on the inside. Was okay. Whenever you can see, like, this is the top portion of the foam, just in pieces and shattered. Here's the size of the lid. Good size, good, about the same thickness of plastic that was on the 4,000 gallon per hour, so it's about pretty much the same, just a little bit longer. Down, and then this is the packaging material. It's like little pieces of foam. Given the holes that are in the box, I would have expected some damage. Good size leak. So that's about the size of the drum filter. Looking at the size of it, it's about the same width as the 4,000, but it's longer. So, which is nice, because I don't have to dig too much larger than that. So now that I have it pulled back, there's a little bit of damage that occurred, but it's not too big of a deal. The top portion of like this lid drum section is a bit out of place, but it looks like it's something that could just be popped back in. I don't know if you can see that. Here, let's get a better look at this thing. So here we go. Inside, here you can see the size of the drum. There is a instant. So one of the main differences that I see immediately is that the advanced version has a side outlet, and it's significantly larger. I believe the outlet on the 4,000 is about 2 inches, and this one is looks about a 4-inch hole, but it's also off to the side, while the 4,000 standard version comes out, goes straight through, and this is more of a side outlet. This looks like some power supply. This is the motor. Yeah, that's the motor. So that's the motor that drives drives the gear that pretty much does the during a cleaning cycle. So that's that. I did a pretty decent job with the spray mechanism. So you can now adjust it through this portion. So you can kind of like move it to whichever side you want. Kind of like that, and then lock it into place with this little tightening mechanism. I don't know if you can see that, but the interior of it, that's the filter, it looks like, for the spray. So it goes through, and maybe the motor too, so it might have the filter and the motor, or just the motor. Not 100% sure. So, but yeah, it pulls the water from the intake system and then pumps it through into the sprays that actually clean the drum filter there. So that's nice, because on the 4000 that was on the exterior, and so it was more exposed to the elements. But yeah, this one's different because it's a submersible pump now, because the other one was an exterior pump. So I guess it's give and take, right? This is a cleaner look. Everything's on the inside, but a submersible pump, maybe harder to maintain, and has, if there's a leak, there's could have an issue with, longevity, right? This looks like this film right here. It looks like it's the UV filter, or the UV clarifier. So I'm going to pull that off. It's being held down by something. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's held by, it's hard to do this with one hand. But yeah, it is the UV clarifier. You can kind of see there. And it's a decent size. Here, let me put this down for a second and try to pull this out. So there we go. A little bit better. Quite difficult to do this with one hand. There we go. I got it. So, so that holds on to the UV sterilizer that fits on the intake side. The V itself, this like discharge V, looks about the same as it was before. Again, the drum looks about the same radius, but it's just longer, right? Than the 4000 one that I have. So I would say, just ballparking it, it's definitely about 40% longer than what I currently have on the other one. As for the sterilizer, let me see if I can get this open with one hand or not. Doesn't look like I can with one hand. There is the float mechanism. So to turn on that cycles on and off the washing cycle. So that's slightly different than the other one. I believe the other one had like a long cable and like was on the opposite side, and it had a wire that kind of came to this area. So this is now onto the side of the unit itself. So yeah, overall it looks like it's pretty well built, and there's definitely more stainless steel screws, while the 4000 one seemed to have pieces that were more glued to it, but that's just my initial take. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's definitely different. I don't remember seeing that many screws on the other unit, so it's probably more glue versus a screw. On the exterior, let's take a look at the intake area. So intake wise, there is a looks like probably like a unit that divides out the power for the various outlets. So we've got the UV clarifier down here, right? That kind of flows into this kind of jumbled mess of wires right now, and then it has various things. This probably goes out to the interior pump,
and then this is the float wire, so that's the sensor for the float wire, and this is the power cable for the motor. So it kind of all nicely goes into this section that is sealed off. The sewage outlet looks approximately the same. It looks like a 2-inch valve. Maybe the other one, my 4000, is a 1-inch valve. But yeah, looks like a union with a seal on top of it, so with a rubber seal. So looks pretty good. But, yeah, about the same as the prior one. I think, again, I'm noticing a lot more screws, so I don't remember this on the other one, but it looks like they did a better job at actually getting a second unit and making this stronger, which is nice, because I believe in the other unit they just drilled a hole and then shoved a pipe in there and glued it, while this one is kind of like full on all the way around. There's it's a little beefier. As for the water inlet, that's definitely larger. It was a 1.5 to 2 inch intake on the original one, and this now is closer to 2.5. And it's a Schedule 80. Definitely more robust and good size. I still probably have to drill in at least one more to get the appropriate water intake that I want, because I'm gonna, just like the other ones, I'm gonna convert this from pump feed to gravity fed. And so, this is nice to have a single larger inlet, but for a gravity feed, I'll probably have to do at least one more. But it would be nice, because in the 4,000 gallon version, I had to do drill 2 holes, while this one I probably only have to do 1 and still have the same flow through that. So that's nice. All right. Let me see what else is in the box. It looks like it's an external power supply. Let's bring this up here. Let's go ahead and try to open these things up. It's definitely, this is the power supply box. I can already see it. It's hopefully I can get this all done in one shot without having to move off to the side, grabbing the blade. But you know what? I'm gonna do that. 1 second, guys. Let me give you a shot of that while I go grab this. All right, here we go. So, open. Room. Chop that off too. Again, not the easiest thing to do with one hand, so I apologize for the shaky camera. But I'm working with a blade and I'm working with one hand, so that's the way it works. Okay, so this is the casing for the control unit. It's nice that it's now fully external and it's not attached to the box anymore, so I can move this to wherever I want. It's nice. It looks like they give about 4 or 5 feet of cable with it, so you could definitely move it externally to a shed or a different box, right? So that's the control unit. It's upside down. There we go. So it's pretty nice there. Let's see if I can open this thing. There we go. Various controls. It's got on-off for the UV, which is nice, because in the 4,000 gallon version, the UV was on all the time. There was no way to turn it off. So I guess in the advanced version, you now have 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, or 24/7, right? Seems to have more controls. This is like maybe a circuit breaker or something, and then ways that you can set the filtration weight error. There's an air light, weight light, and a clean light. And from what I read, you can start setting the length of time that filter rinse for during the clean cycle, which is nice and more easily programmable. So some things I'll mess around with and I'll talk about in the full review. So nice, it's watertight, and you can kind of put this anywhere you want to. And now that I got the blade out, I'll show you. Lastly, I'll show you the what the UV sterilizer looks like. So let's go ahead and open that. Alright, let's see what it looks like here. Okay, well, it's definitely larger than the one that I have in the 4000. It's a dual bulb, so as you can see down there, it's a dual bulb system, and then and for the most part, yeah, it's like an interior quartz. Quartz bulb with interior UV bulbs, and then a quartz sleeve on top of it. So pretty standard, but I've never seen a dual bulb system before. Every time even my larger UV sterilizer, it's a single bulb. So different, but yeah, I guess it'll work. I'll find out when it's a 20 watt, as you can see right there. So yeah, there we go. So again, let's go through each of the pieces. We've got the sterilizer, we got the control unit with all the cables, we have the inlet, the outlet, the control box to send the power and the various wires to different places and it being sealed, and then the actual unit itself with the drum, the switch, the holder for the sterilizer, the interior submersible pump now, and with the ability to change the direction of this, and then the motor, and of course the side water outlet now, which is definitely different than the old one. Okay, I'll hopefully be able to install this in the next few weeks, if not month. So I will put out a full review. Thank you again for your support for this channel, and if you decide to purchase this, I'll have links in the description for affiliate links in the description, and those help out the channel just a little bit whenever you make a purchase through them. So thank you very much, and I'll hope to talk to you later. Bye bye.